So we're going to be taking a look at the 5 W's of research. We're going to begin here first with who. And part of this is who is actually writing the document, or who has produced the document. But for our personal needs, we need to figure out who actually needs this. Who is it designed for? Who's the audience? And then we want to find out, what are we going to learn as the individual reading this? And this takes us to our what. The what's by far the most important one here, is it tells us the important things that we really need to know about the document. It's the one that's going to educate us the most. So the very first thing that we're going to find out here is, what is it trying to tell us? What do we need to know and take away from this document? What is interesting? That may not be the most important parts, but it's something that will add to our research. The thing that I really want you guys to take away from this is, what are the big things to take away here? We want to make sure that we're taking the major components of that. Then we move to the when. Now, the when here has a component to time. When was it created? For example, a medical procedure in the 1850s during the Civil War would not be as good as one now. So is it still relevant? Is it up to date? Then we're going to be moving on to the where. And this one mainly comes into, where was this source created? So who created it? And again, that's going back to the who. It's kind of bringing in multiple ones here. But where was this particular one created? Where was this document created? Is the source that we're getting this from, is it credible? Is it true, or is it false? Does it have bias? And it doesn't mean that the bias is that it's mean-spirited. It might be that they just have information from one side and they weren't able to do research on the other components. It may still be useful, but we have to keep in mind of the bias. Then we move on to the why. Now, the why is going to bring us to the reason that it was created. What are we going to be able to do with this afterwards? Why is it important? And when we put all of these together, they will interconnect here a little bit. You have to pull from other one of the other W's to necessarily get the full idea of one specific W. For example, with the where, finding out who created it and where they are working. So you have to piece it together a little bit and use some of those critical thinking skills that you guys have. Play around with the 5 W's of research.